I noticed, Ace, you say Barani. Where does that come from? On the East Coast, I thought it was Barani.
It's because I just watched a skier call it a Barani.
Oh, skiers do it? I learned it in gymnastics.
I just learned it on YouTube.
Barani.
Barani?
Barani.
It's a round off with no hands.
Off with no hands.
What's up, everyone? I'm Ace.
And I'm Estro.
And today we're going to teach you how to do a Barani on roller skates. So a Barani is a front flip with a 180-degree twist. It's also a no-handed round off to some extent. So the Barani is an advanced trick, and before you start practicing this trick, you're going to want to be really, really comfortable on your roller skates. And there are a few other tricks that'll be good to have in your back pocket. One being a cartwheel out of the bowl is really helpful for simulating the movements there. And you're gonna wanna be comfortable doing rotations. So 360s forward. Anything else you think is a good prereq?
A really solid drop in, a round off.
And the difference between a round off and a cartwheel is that a round off you land with 2 feet and a cartwheel you land 1 foot at a time. And you will see that my Barani is more like a cartwheel because I usually land 1 foot at a time.
She keeps saying that, but I think it looks great. I mean, I think it looks like Barani.
It feels like flying, and that's like all that matters. So today, originally, I was going to make a Barani tutorial and just give you a step-by-step for how to make this trick happen. But I came to Houghton Skate Park for the first time, never been here. It's really different than the skate parks I'm used to. So what actually ended up happening is I learned how to make some adjustments so that I could actually make this trick happen in this park. Luckily for me, Estro and Miguel were here in town and met me at the skate park to give me some tips for how to adjust this trick to make it happen.
For the Barani, you need a lot of power and a lot of speed. So you need to make sure that you've got a ramp that sets you up to generate a lot of power and speed so that you can do the flip in the air. And it's hard to find places like that. For me, at least, this is the only place I can even do the Barani. Miguel has all kinds of amazing tips over his 20 plus years of teaching skating. So we're really lucky to have Miguel teach us how to get some speed.
So I checked the physics in my book, right? And the book explains if you pump the shit out of it right as soon as you drop in, the going down pump is so important. So you pump it really hard, like, and right the whole shit you're gonna list it. Because you got the flip, just that little bit of like, tiny bit.
Okay.
Just trust it, you got it. Pump that from the beginning.
Okay.
It's gonna, I mean, it will make a difference.
I believe you. So usually when I go to a skate park and I want to do this trick, I'll look for an area where there's a high wall that you can drop in and a lower wall that you can fly out of, because the high wall when you drop in is going to give you all that speed you need to fly out. Here, the area where you're meant to do the Barani, both walls are the same height. So I couldn't find a spot where the drop-in was going to give me that advantage of speed. So I had to defer to Estro here to see what the line was for this particular trick, and then just practiced a few flyouts just to feel the transition and the air. So after we did a few flyouts, we practiced just cartwheeling out, so just getting the feeling of going up and getting upside down.
I could tell that the ramp was a little bigger than what Ace is used to skating and throwing a Barani. So I gave her the tip to just wait as late as possible, ride the entire ramp all the way through. And then we started filming ourselves so that we could see for ourselves how much we're waiting to set the trick up. Have your friend film you so that you can see actually when you're throwing the flip, because it's really easy to throw too early and in the ramp, and then you don't have enough air to land it. So I'm gonna film Ace so she can see when she starts the flip. I love when you film me.
Let's watch the footage. Let's watch the footage.
I was on Struggle Street with that one. All right,
What's he
here's
doing?
you. So you can like,
Ah,
isn't
yeah.
that crazy?
It's so far
Watch.
down.
So we're starting here.
Like it's over a foot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I leave about
It's just like this far.
6 inches. Yeah, I try to wait as long as possible, but I still was way too early, it felt like.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have enough air time to come around. I landed like almost touched the floor.
Okay.
So just gotta wait.
Just gotta wait.
Oh, we're just looking at like when we're leaving the ramp. Y'all know Scooby? This is the Moxi Skates YouTube channel.
Hey, how you doing?
You go by Scooby, right?
Yeah. Scooby Keys, the boss.
Scoob's on Instagram. Yesterday he just learned fly out gainer backflips here. Never seen that in the 15 years I've skated here. It's crazy. Then the most local of all locals, Scooby, came by and he tried to tell us to do it in another place. And we were like, Scooby, you do it. And then Scooby dude. And then Scooby don't. And then it didn't really work, but it was really cool to watch him do other flips.
Scooby tried it. I think it's always good to listen to the advice of locals, right? Like they know the park. So Scooby gave some advice in terms of where to do this trick. And sometimes like when you're learning something, you can get too much advice. So I like really appreciate that advice. I think I will try it in his spot, like maybe at some point, but I decided to just kind of keep going down the road I was going because I was kind of chipping away progress there. So, but Scooby was pretty impressive. I didn't think he was doing that there. That was beautiful. Try to go all the way up, right? All. Oh. Whoa. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Oh. Okay, I think this is the part of the process where you don't want to get frustrated, you want to stay determined. And take some inspiration from Miguel. Pump it up. So once we were practicing this fly out and kind of getting all the way up the wall, I was still not getting enough height or speed to make the trick happen. So that's when I got some great advice from Miguel about implementing the roll-in, drop-in.
If you find a way to like rolling like this, like you see that pink right there? That pink?
Yeah.
You kind of roll and aim for it, like oh my god, like you know, like you, but that's the, again you gotta make like your front foot, you know.
Steps all the way in, yeah.
I don't know, you can do like kind of like
Little guy. Makes it look really easy. The roll-in, drop-in is a skill that I didn't have before today, so it was something I had to learn, which is always fun to add that to the mix. So the roll-in, drop-in is really helpful because you get some speed before the drop-in so that you can like really bomb the drop-in rather than just like stepping in. When I watch Estro do this trick, as far as that roll-in, drop-in, what I was noticing was that Estro gets like a bump and then a drop in. So it's almost like a jump to the drop in. And that was really giving them enough speed at the beginning to have it all the way through the trick. So that's what was pretty compelling about being like, okay, I gotta learn how to do that roll in. I wish I could do that roll in.
You can.
It's scary. Maybe I'll try a little one.
Practice.
And go for it.
Just roll up close to it and try. You know, like, just like take your time. Get used to the idea of bringing your knees up.
You're like hopping?
Just put one, like, yeah, lift your knees and then go in.
Oh shit. Oh.
Yes.
Let me see if I can do it on this little guy. When I was learning that roll-in, drop-in, when it finally clicked was, at first when I was doing it, I was rolling in and trying to step in and like step off of one foot. But what was really helpful was doing it with both feet at the same time. So practiced on the seam of the sidewalk. So just go along and then both feet hop over the seam in the sidewalk and then take that to the bowl. So the coping's the seam and then both feet jump over the coping right into the transition. And then just like really having that boost on the way down, coordinating that boost with your boost on the way up on the next transition. And then that's when it all comes together.
And then you also got to remember with the brand Rebel.
It's Rebel.
Rebel. Hey, you're at the skate park.
I'm at the skate park.
Video.
Come say hi.
Rebel's like breaking business deals behind us at the skate park.
No big deal. No big deal.
Hey, Rebel.
Hey.
How's it going?
Y'all know Rebel from Queer Girl Street Skate.
What's up?
This is like a celebrity sighting. Never met Rebel in real life.
I feel like I have seen you online so many times and never in person, in the flesh. It's so good to meet people.
Jetsons with the Flintstones right now, like Moxi.
Amazing.
Right, Rebel, did you see our Barani's?
No.
Oh,
No. Do you want to do one more?
not really.
I know. They were so hard.
I will watch it on Moxi Skates YouTube channel.
Cool.
That's right. 'Cause-
Yeah, you need like thick insoles. Like you slam so hard on them.
Yeah.
My like knee, Miguel was like, bend your knees
Yeah.
when you land. That's another tip. Bend your knees when you land so you can at least roll away because it's like so easy to like jam on the toe stops and like take it all in the knees. Anyway, Ace, you did a killer job. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna still Rebel. We're gonna go do business stuff.
Business stuff.
But you finished this video, but great work. It was really fun skating with you.
Should we do a hands in?
Yeah. Mama Moxi on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Mama Moxi! So that was fun. First time at Houghton. First time meeting Rebel. So Estro's had to go to work, but I am going to continue on with this Barani saga. And where we left off, I had just learned the roll-in as a means of getting more speed on the drop-in to get the most out of that boosted pump on the way out. So once I had all the pieces, it just became a matter of drilling this trick and really putting all the pieces together and like getting it into my body to be able to do the trick. At this point in like my progress for this trick and other tricks, I feel like you can go down one of two paths. You can either get really frustrated or you can just stay determined. So something I like to remind myself of is don't get frustrated, stay determined. And in order to stay determined, something that I try to do is after every rep, remember the thing that worked. And then take that with me into the next rep so that I continue to feel like I'm staying challenged. I continue to feel like I know what's in my toolkit to use. So I had to run a bunch of these. Originally, Estro suggested we do 10 reps, but I would have to say I probably like busted out maybe like closer to 20, 25, just because it was taking a while for it to sink in, which made me tired, but you know, you take your little breaks. You take a break to get water. It was nice to take a break and like watch other skaters just making things happen. So building that inspiration, yeah, just staying with it. You got to stick with it.
Oh man.
I would have to say that it is on that initial drop-in, like you can feel if you're gonna make it happen or not. When you have enough speed from the very beginning, you're gonna make it happen. So I feel like I could feel it from the beginning for the one that I landed, and it was just all the little steps coming together, and it worked. So as far as the mechanics of the actual Barani, the body position for this trick, once you dial in the drop in and the pump up and getting enough air, what you want to think about doing are 3 things. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. First one, go up. 2, you want to go forward and down like you're throwing a front flip rather than going to the side. A lot of times that's where I get a little hung up. I start going to the side like a cartwheel. If you go up and then dive down like you're doing a front flip first, then the third step to make the rotation happen, you're gonna have a lot more behind that rotation to get you around nice and fast so you can actually stick the landing without putting your hands down. So body position for the actual flip, go up, dive forward and down, and rotate. Thanks so much for joining me on this journey to this Barani here in Houghton Park. If you enjoyed this video, I have made a few off skates videos. Some are specific to these kinds of tricks where you can just learn them off your skates and start to bring them to the park. Have a look around the Moxi Skates YouTube channel. There's a lot of fun content there for all levels of roller skaters. If you don't see what you're looking for, go ahead and leave a comment below with your request. This video was a request left in the comments of a previous video, so you never know. Leave us your requests in the comments and we will see you in the next one.